This part will be about a special and extraordinarily lovable dog breed, the Dogue de Bordeaux, or the French Mastiff. Although this breed is one of our personal favorites, as French Mastiffs have been living with us for more than 10 years, to prepare a film about them has pretty much given us a lesson. In the past months we contacted several Dogue de Bordeaux breeders, so that we can shoot footages about them, but none of them wanted to introduce themselves and their kennels. This was a negative surprise for us, and we have never experienced anything like this before. Therefore, in this summary, you will primarily see images and not recordings. As always, the final point will reveal whether the Dogue de Bordeaux is an ideal choice for a novice dog owner. In order not to accidentally miss the next parts of the series, and to receive instant notifications about new parts, subscribe to our channel and also press the bell button. 1. A brief history of the Dogue de Bordeaux. The existence of the French Mastiffs was first described in the 13th century in French chronicles and written sources. The ancestors of this large-bodied, special, mahogany-colored, Molosser-type dog breed have spread mainly around Bordeaux in southern France, and their name came from here. The ancestors were used for a wide variety of purposes, from hunting, guard and protection work, to dog fights, and were described as extremely strong and very tough and fit dogs with outstanding working abilities. Prior to the unification of their appearance, 3 basic types were known. The most similar to the present dog was the subtype around Bordeaux, the smaller and more stocky Parisian subtype, and the more subdued and agile Toulouse subtype. The French Revolution and World War II decimated the breed pretty much, so much, that by the 1960s they were almost on the verge of extinction. In the second half of the 1960s, a French gentleman named Raymond Triquet began to revive the breed, and finally their standard was finalized and standardized in 1995 when the Bordeaux type was made the one and only accepted version. The 1989 American film Turner and Hooch had an outstanding role in their popularity, as the whole world got to know this magnificent breed. 2. The personality of the Dogue de Bordeaux. The Dogue de Bordeaux is an extremely kind and family-friendly dog breed, which can also be characterized by a high level of emotional intelligence. Most of them love their families, remarkably good friends to the children from whom they endure almost everything, tolerate the plays, and in everything from the little ones with endless patience. Although their ancestors were fearsome fighters and fearless Molossers, few of these instincts have survived in the Bordeaux dogs by our days. According to our experiences, many of them living today are almost completely devoid of working abilities and offensive spirit, which may not be a problem for such a huge and strong breed in our civilized surroundings. Surprisingly, a small proportion of them show strong guard and protective instincts, and most of them are not necessarily dominant with other dogs. 3. The size and coat of the Dogue de Bordeaux. The Dogue de Bordeaux is a huge, Mastiff-type dog with an average weight of 55 to 65 kilograms and a height of 57 to 67 centimeters at the withers. Their fur is short and leaning to their body, with a neutral feel, and the color of the coat can be mahogany, red and fawn. Their real specialty is the huge head characteristic of the Dogue de Bordeaux, considered one of the biggest in the world of dogs, and the unforgettable amber eyes that are truly special. Although quite rare, there are still individuals with black masks today who look very similar to bull mastiffs. 4. The trainability of the Dogue de Bordeaux. Dogue de Bordeaux dogs are distinctly well-intentioned and kind dogs, yet not quite stubborn many times. We don't know how to express it in a polite way, but they will never be world famous for their learning abilities, or with other words, they won't be the sharpest knife in the drawer concerning trainability issues. We have been keeping Dogue de Bordeaux dogs together with Cane Corsos for more than a decade, and the difference in learning abilities between the two dog breeds sometimes feels like the difference between an elementary school child and a PhD student, and with this experience we are not the only ones. 5. The activity of the Dogue de Bordeaux. The huge size and weight of the French Mastiff can be misleading to many, as a Dogue de Bordeaux in good condition is not lazy at all and capable of surprising speeds. Of course, that does not mean that they are long-distance runners or winners of endurance tests. Their special head shape and body weight set barriers to this. But in their young age they are able to move dynamically and are always ready to play with other dogs. You have to be very careful when moving them in hot weather, as this temperature is difficult to bear for them and can cause health damage in their old age if they are overdriven. 6. the health issues of the Dogue de Bordeaux. Unfortunately, the health and the lifespan are the weakest points in connection with this wonderful ancient breed. Dogue de Bordeaux are prone to almost all diseases that are characteristic of large-bodied Mastiff breeds, from dysplasia to skin diseases and allergies to gastric torsion. Their particularly weak point and common cause of death is a range of different heart problems, which is due to the fact that a smaller, average-sized heart beats in this huge body. Unfortunately, their average lifespan is short. Few French Mastiffs live longer than 8 years. We are present in almost all major international Dogue de Bordeaux forums and groups, and usually read with sincere shock the frequent news of the many Dogue de Bordeaux who die at the age of 4 to 5 years. 7. And finally, the last question: can the Dogue de Bordeaux be offered to a novice dog owner? The answer to this question is, in our opinion, yes, and at the same time no. By now, most of the French Mastiff dogs have lost the savage and tough attacking force and instincts of their predecessors, and by now, in our opinion, they behave much more like a large companion dog. Most of them fit perfectly into the everyday lives of families and can be kept well in an apartment, as the need for activities is not outstanding in them. At the same time, they can give up the lesson for a novice dog owner with their raw strength and inherent stubbornness, and to live together with a masquerade, possibly aggressive Dogue de Bordeaux is certainly a great challenge for the owner and their environment. For anyone who hasn't had a dog like this, hard to imagine what a natural force they have. Our current Dogue de Bordeaux dog, for example, involuntarily ruined our fence, which was in her way when chasing something interesting or challenging. In spite of these, or because of them, anyone who has ever lived together with this great and valuable breed will never be able to forget their magic and will most likely want such a dog with him for the rest of his life. We have to admit that we are in the same situation, but we don't mind it at all. If you like this series, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also hit the bell button to get notifications of new parts. Thank you very much for your attention.